On this edition of the news, we're going to be talking about retro collection, more on some TVC code names, Indiana Bloody Jones, crikey, and the most exclusive collection of Star Wars 12 backs you've ever seen in your life. Wow, all this and more coming up. Welcome to Usualmike Television, your home action figure news, and on today's Star Wars news, exciting stuff. One of the things I love to collect is the retro collection, and I have a couple of them behind me. There's been a rumor about another one of these guys. The prototypes. Let's bring it up and show you all. I have the Darth Vader version, dun, 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 and you've probably got in your collection, or know people who have, the Boba Fett and the Stormtrooper, the Imperial Stormtrooper. Now every time they bring out a set, we get a wave of figures. Then we get one in a board game, which is never made before. Tarkin being the first one they ever did, great figure. And along that complements the line is one of these guys in these prototypes. So Vader was the first one. The second one we had Boba Fett, which came out with the Empire Strikes Back one. And then we had an Imperial Stormtrooper that came out with the Mandalorian one. And now there's a rumor that this image on the screen that you see from yakfest.com. And yes, the silhouette kind of has a picture of Chewie. And people say, why is it Chewie? Why is it Chewie? The next set is going to be Mandalorian. There's still going to be potentially one in a board game. But now this one is the one that gets sold separately, the prototype version. All of the card backs we've had on prototypes have had Star Wars on the chase. Now, as you know, in the real world, there's 21 of them out there back in the day. So they can run this line for as long as they want. 21 prototype figures. They've been doing this for years. I like the idea of it being Chewie, classic figure, part of the original 12 and eventually 21. Chewie all day long, we'll take it. I know all these, they're like, Black Chrysanthemum. Paint him up if you need to. That next wave of retros as well, with Ahsoka in it, there it is on the screen, that usually drops in my country around about May the 4th, or some years it's May the 1st, sometimes it's April 30, but yeah, that shouldn't be too far away. If you think that Chewie is someone different, let me know in the comments below if you know who it is. Excellent stuff. We like to mindlessly speculate on this channel. Alrighty, I did want to show you while I have them here. From Wave 1, my favourite figure, Han Solo. Fantastic. From the Wave 2 line, my favourite, Boba Fett. I'm not counting the ones in the board game, I'm just the regular line. And from the Wave 3, because I love a pretty face, Cara Dune. There she is. Lovely, lovely. As you know, we're going to collect Wave 4 and look forward to that. Code name time. This one was put up by yakfest.com and it is potentially a Target exclusive called Lawrence, and it is priced at $26.49. Now, talking about the deluxe the other day, we talked about this video here, just an amendment to that video. The price was corrected to $20.99, which kind of tells me it's not going to be in a box anymore, and it will possibly be straight into a card back. Still pretty pricey for a vintage collection figure. And I saw the comments as well. Some people are like, that's it, I'm done with vintage. I'm done with vintage altogether. Soon as price hikes, we're getting them. But we're supposed to be talking about this action figure right now. Their prices are going up. Unfortunately, there won't be completionists in the years to come. People will be very selective about what they buy and what they spend their money on. So, Lawrence, what do you think it is? My theory is this is one that will be from the Book of Boba Fett, and I have mocked up my theory of what it might be. So check it out. The all-new Tusken Raider. How would you like that one? Of course, the accessories will be gaffy sticks and potentially a campfire. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Oh, it's fun to have a guess at these things. Hasbro has put out a press release talking about their extending the olive branch, expanding the relationship with Disney, Lucasfilm, and the Star Wars license, and adding a new deal for Indiana Jones. Ooh! Now, yeah, I'll leave a link to that if you want to read that press release in full. But that means, yes, Hasbro will be making Star Wars toys, continuing on. And because of the Indiana Jones thing, remember we saw that image here with Kathleen Kennedy and all the property she's standing in front of? And all like Indy 5's going. And they're going to make a movie, and the movie was pushed back. They're gonna make some toys from it now. Hooray for 2023. So, ooh. Having said that, watching JC over at Toy Newsy International, and he said he can confirm that they are already making 6-inch Indiana Jones figures already. Like, how did he know that? Anyway, I think they should revisit 3 3/4 because it's classic, and even do like a retro version of them, exactly the same as the old Kenner molds, which would be fantastic. Because you try and buy those figures on card backs now, the old classic stuff, it will cost you a fortune. You can sell your car and half your house to buy those things. So that would be lovely if they did that. This channel, as you know, I do Star Wars news, as you're watching right now. I do G.I. Joe news. We will be adding Indiana Jones news for toys as well. As soon as they bring out some renders, as soon as they bring out some samples, as soon as we see Indiana Jones, it will be here on the channel. If they bring out a lot of gimmicky things, I'll stay away from that. I want to concentrate on the collectible lines of the figures, potentially at least 1, 2, maybe 3 lines. I don't want to get into other lines that you go down a rabbit hole of, and like there's always, you know, Legos and a lot of kids lines. So I want to sort of stick to just the Hasbro stuff. That'll be cool here on the channel. Indiana Jones. Last but not least, this video I saw on Sergeant Reg's vintage toy channel. Check it out. This video's got 20,000 views. Why? Here's why. This customer came into his store and brought a tub and a briefcase with some of the most amazing Star Wars 12 backs you've ever seen in your life. And not just that, like you usually see like 1 or 2. It's a whole lot, all of them. Check it out.
So what is this? You like Star Wars, huh?
All 12 back AFA 85 or 90s.
Okay, wow.
So complete set.
Yeah. So you have everybody. Am I allowed to touch these, or
Oh,
you
yeah.
gonna like drop kick me? The Death Squad Commander. So how long have you been collecting Star Wars for?
Oh, since they came out in the early, well, 1978, I suppose, when they originally came out. I have all my original figures. I started collecting again in the mid-90s.
Okay.
And then AFA became popular to grade the figures.
So are these your
I've been
original
collecting
figures?
these ever since. These are not.
Okay.
No.
But you have your originals?
I've got all my originals.
Big
I was an
head
odd
on.
child.
You're an odd grown-up. I'm just kidding.
Didn't really play with a lot of my stuff when I was a kid. But aside from your rocket-firing Boba Fett's and double telescoping lightsabers,
Yeah.
this is kind of the pinnacle of at least the 12 backs.
Run, basically, of these things. So where did you get all these? Are these things you picked up on eBay, or just flea markets, toy stores, or?
Just a little bit here and there. Yep, here, there, and everywhere. That lady that you just had an interesting story.
Oh, yeah?
So there was a guy from the East Coast. His name's Bill.
Okay.
And I'll be probably cueing him into this video later. But Bill flew all the way in with it.
Oh, really?
And we made the trade in person. But you just get collecting, you get trading.
Yeah. These are really nice, and they're all AFA graded, 85 or 90s. What's the highest grade they give it AFA? 95, right? Or is 90 the highest?
If you go technically 100. I've never seen a vintage figure graded 100.
I didn't think they graded anything 100.
Really, no.
I'm not sure, yeah. I mean, because most of the stuff I get from straight from a case is damaged. You know, I wouldn't even send it off to grade. This stuff's actually in good shape, and it's, 40 years old, right?
At least.
So that's not the hollow cheek one.
Nope, that's the original solid cheek.
So when did they do the hollow cheek, do you know?
I think the hollow cheek, if I'm not mistaken, that might have came out in 1983 with the Return of the Jedi.
Okay. So how big of a Star Wars collection do you have?
Well,
Is it just this? Is it your tote?
No. I have a complete run of the loose figures.
Okay.
Uncirculated 90 condition.
Okay.
So I have my 12 backs, of course. And a few other carded figures. I was mostly into the 3 3/4 inch line. But I do have all my original vehicles.
Okay.
Absolutely amazing stuff. Thank you, Sergeant Reds, for the video, and thank you guys today for watching. My name is Usualmike. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section. Keen on a Chewie prototype? Like my idea of the Tusken? Awesome stuff. If you want to support the channel, there is the members button. Hit that join button and become a member of the channel. Or you might like to buy something from the Amazon affiliates link down in the description. Buy yourself something nice, helps out the channel. Or check out the merch over on Redbubble featuring Usualmike Television's logos. If you want to follow me on social media, I'm on Twitter at Usualmike30 or on Instagram at Usualmike TV. And if you haven't done so already, hit subscribe, tap that little bell for notifications, slap a like on the video if you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. All the best.